This is 2OF Entertainment.
Hi guys, so behind me you see the brand new Toyota GT86. It's been a while since I've driven one of these. I can't wait to give this a go, find out if it's as good as I remember them to be. This, of course, this is electric blue. This is 30,140 pounds. This is a 231 horsepower, so more horsepower for this car, obviously. 4-cylinder boxer engine, 0 to 62 miles per hour in 6.3 seconds. Manual gearbox, of course, is 6-speed. Can't wait to give this a try and see if it's as good as I remember. So it's been a while since I've driven one of these, and these are one of my favorite cars. This is the latest version of the Toyota 86. I did a lot of stuff with these cars back in Dubai, but I haven't driven the very latest one. So I thought it's time to give it a go. I just want to basically go out and drive this. I mean, we're not going to do a full review like we normally do. This is more of a drive review because that's what this opportunity is about. And we're here at the Millbrook Proving Ground. So there's some really nice roads. There's a nice little loop that we can go on and give it a try on there. Manual gearbox, of course. These cars, what can I say? I mean, since they came out, people ranted and raved about them. Some people always said that it doesn't have enough power. I think they've put the power up a little bit now. But the reality is, from my point of view, I always thought, you know, it's got plenty of power. I mean, my E30, my old E30 that I normally drive, has got 170 horsepower. These are, even when it came out, it had 200 horsepower. So for a small light car like this, it's plenty. Now the issue was that a lot of people thought, okay, well, it's a drift car, and for that a lot of people needed more power, and that's why there was this demand for more power. And of course, you know, there were modifications and things available in order to increase the power, and of course you could even just change the engine itself. The people putting in 2JZs, as they call them, or 2JZ engines and stuff like that. And again, you know, the drift guys, they operate them up to 1,000 horsepower and stuff like that. But I went out with Ahmed Al-Amri, a very famous Emirati drift champion, who actually learned his drift craft in Japan itself, because he went out there to study, and while he was there and studying, he was probably doing less academic stuff and more on-road stuff, and he absolutely mastered the Japanese style of drifting. Now the Japanese style of drifting is more to do with weight balance, so less, not so much with power, more to do with weight balance, how to unsettle the car and then catch it and then do that. And I remember going out with him at the launch of the GT86 years ago at Yas Marina Circuit, and there were a few people that were doing drift drive demonstrations, and I went out with one other person. But going out with Al-Amri was amazing, because he was able to get more angle, more easier, more smoother, and with less effort than anybody else there, because he just knew how to balance that car perfectly. And that's what this car is about. But in reality, so people think it's a drift car, but in reality, it's a sports car. You know, that's what this is really about. It's a sports car. It's just a very good, very enjoyable and entertaining sports car. The idea behind it is that you take it for a drive and you enjoy it. And this is what I wanted to do today. Now, again, straight away, you know, it feels, manual gearbox, great change, short throw. I'm going to close the window, and just straight away, you see the smile just came onto my face. You know, how many cars do that? How many cars that I might drive on an event like this, which is, you know, so many modern cars with so many systems, but this car, it feels like an old car. It feels like an old car. I'm not insulting Toyota by any sense. What I mean by that is that it feels like a classic driving machine. You know, it's like, it's back to basics. It's simple. It's got what you need. Does what you need. But you know, I am in heaven. Nice road, amazing car. What more do you want? Steering is tight, small steering wheel, of course, tight, responsive, instant. Feel, let's feel here as well, you know. I'm sitting low. I'm feeling the angles. I'm feeling what the car is doing. The ride is rigid, it's firm, it's solid, but it's flat, you know, and it's holding the corners. It's what it does. It's what it's all about. But yeah, going into that, a little bit of understeer, transitions into oversteer, not bad at all. Happy to pick up even in that gear. whatever gear. I think it was third gear. Not an issue. In fact, third gear is good in this car. It's happy to stay in third gear. Loads of traction, loads of momentum. Oh my goodness, I might actually be doing 2 runs in this car, because why not? But a little bit of movement, the body is moving, the body is rising, but you can feel what it's doing. Back into fourth gear, third gear, heel and toe in it, absolutely, why not? Great balance right around the center, great bit of pivot, lot of confidence straight away. Oh my goodness. I miss driving this thing, I'll tell you that much. You know, we did a lot of content with this car, you know, back in Dubai, lots of different activations and stuff that we did, and I got an opportunity to really push it around a lot in the UAE, on some of the best roads in the UAE. And of course, you know, my friend had one, he bought one of the very first ones in the UAE, and I know he had a great time with the car as well. But it's all flooding back, you know. It's one of those, I mean, you know, right now I'm thinking, you know, maybe this is the car to have, because, you know, in London, where you need a small car that's economical, makes sense, but also at the same time easy to drive but enjoyable to drive. I mean, wow, what could beat this thing? I feel and you know, this is the other thing, these are like £30,000 for one of these, right? 30,140 pounds, right? That's a bit of a joke there. But when you think about what you're getting with this car, and you think about what other cars are available, when you think about what other cars are available for their money, and, you know, you're paying 30, 34, 35 grand for regular family EVs and stuff like that. Actually, not EVs. The EVs you're paying quite a bit more. But even some of the fun cars, when you think about it, when you say 30 grand for this car, I mean, 30 grand sounds like a lot of money. Of course, you know, it's not a small amount of money. But having said that, you know, you can justify it so easily in this car if you don't need the practicality of the space. What have we got here? We've got like 2 little buckets there. That's all there is, really. So we wouldn't want to put a human in there, at least not for too long. But if you don't need to carry extra humans on a regular basis, then why the heck not? We know it's a practical car. You know, it's for you know, for that sort of scenario. But it's so usable. Everything feels right. So tight. The way that everything is positioned is just spot on. I'm so happy in this thing. I am so happy in this car, honestly. In fact, I am gonna go around again, because why the heck not, you know? Oh man, it rides, it lives. It's oh my goodness, I tell you what, today was worth it just for a go in this car. Just to reacquaint myself with this thing. You know, they got it so right. They got it so right with this car. And it's going to be reliable. It's going to be strong. It's going to be robust. It's going to be something that you'll never have an issue with, you know? It's going to be that sort of car. I'm just going to enjoy this. And the small steering wheel, the responsiveness of the front end, the way it just kind of darts into corners, you know, and then it holds the road, the confidence that it gives you. I mean, my goodness, you know. The sound even that it makes, I'm sure they have turned that up. I'm sure they've improved things in that sense there, you know. Get it back onto the throttle. The car is alive. It's riding. It's moving. It's giving you input. You're giving it output. You're not even going that fast, and you're just laughing. I mean, I'm not actually going that fast. Oh, the movement, the control. Oh, I'm sorry, but you know, when this car first came out, people ranted and raved about it. I feel that people have forgotten a little bit about this car, but they need to be reminded of just how good the 86 actually is, and still is. But so much fun, so satisfying. So there you go. Anyway, there's a lot of traffic now up ahead, so I'm gonna have to slow down. But there you go. There's my reminiscent reminiscing drive, my rose-tinted spectacles firmly back on drive of the 86. It's a car I've been missing driving for a while. I'm so glad I grabbed this opportunity to have another go in it, and I can reaffirm, reconfirm, whatever you like, that this is as good as you might remember if you've had one before, or as if you've read about it, and it's still such a good car to drive. And I think for the money and for the experience that you get, it still remains an absolute sports car bargain. Why aren't more people buying these?